2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Finau won their last matchup, so I expect some fierce competition today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Great shot. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. She needs this to save par. Oh, so close. Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
This shot from the first cut of rough. Not bad. And now over to Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This is a par putt. Ooh. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Good putters will make these right on 5 feet. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Coming off a streak of 3 bogeys. Unable to find the green on this one.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Such soft hands.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Trailing by 4 strokes. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Wow. This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 4 7th, a little dogleg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. And this putt to move into the top 5. Looking good. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a short putt remaining here. She's in a share of 10th spot. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Okay, time to return to the action. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Sitting at 3 over for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That's heading for the fairway. Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the North or the South course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair. And I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That should set up another chance. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Maybe needed a better club from the caddy. It's a bit strong, this. Time for the second shot at the 11th. Wow, that almost went in the hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup. This one started out on a good line. That gets the job done. And now over to Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
She's got a par putt here. Let's see if she can make it. Yeah, good putt. Well holed. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? Sitting at 2 over for the day. Currently tied for 5th place. Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be.
She really should be pleased with that. That was just such a nasty lie there.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. Oh, almost went in. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Well done. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Let's hope that double bogey doesn't haunt them on this one. That was tough. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Opting for the 9-iron.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
It was on a good line. And this putt coming up for her par. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Currently at 4 over for the day. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, that impressed me and her. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Now this is important. This for par.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 shots behind our leader. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
She's got 10 feet, her favourite distance from today.
Oh, that's frustrating. Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. It's on a good line. Yeah, you'll take that. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
A birdie putt awaits.
Come on, don't be shy.
She finds herself in a share of 9th position. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Time now for the 4th shot. 5 shots off the lead. She miscued that one. It's headed to the drink. Here's their 6th shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. This putt for a final score of 79. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. This event comes to a close. Her work here is done. Well, Henny, they've done it. They've finally managed to beat their rival.
Indeed they have, Luke, and they will be glad to check that box in their list of goals this season.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. TK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's Young, but has been on tour for about 30, 40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Getting ready to play their third. And she needs this to save par. Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. Sitting at 1 over for the day. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
From about 200 yards out.
4 right.
They found the sand here. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Ouch, that hurts. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is what they have left for par.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the third hole. Oh, absolutely flushed. The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
Second shot here on the fourth. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. Oh, just missed. And this one is for her par. Don't mind the look of this. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The fifth hole, Rich, the first of the par threes. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for third. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par now. It's got a chance. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. She's currently in a share of 13th position. The sixth hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Ooh. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. And with that lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival. It's getting serious, isn't it? We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
A par putt awaits her.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
The game can be frustrating, can't it? Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher two-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Not a bad line, this one. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Opting for the 5-iron. Playing within their comfort zone there. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup. Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, that's a clutch par. Here she comes into the top 5. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, well played. 16 feet to the cup. Okay, steady now. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
2 strokes off the lead with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to need to put something special together.
That should find the fairway. Playing this shot from 120 yards. Just 2 shots behind. And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a high-quality approach shot, that one. Well done by her. Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt. This has eyes for the hole. Putting for par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. She's in a share of 4th spot. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently in 4th place.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And that'll move her back to even par.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards. But the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 1 shot back now. How close was that to going down? Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
It's just a tad offline, that one. Headed towards the left. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And there it is. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Currently at +1 for the tournament. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side.